All right, so Brandon, we're here today and we're talking about concessions. You've recently got some deals accepted this year and recently with concessions. So kind of just walk us through the last one and then maybe finish with what concessions is.
Yeah, absolutely. So my last deal is a house in Roseville. It was a firefighter, and we talked to the lender, and it was a requirement for him to be able to get to the closing table and close, and we needed 6% of the total purchase price.
Wow, six.
Yeah, so originally we went in, the house has been on the market for a little bit. So we went in with the asking price with the concessions, and the listing agent came back and countered us and had us go above the purchase price or the asking price, sorry, to end up meeting that eventual net price. So we ended up paying, I think, 10K more, but we ended up getting 14,000 in concessions.
Yeah, so essentially what that means is they paid 10,000 more for the house, but they were financing that $10,000 so then he could get a credit towards any of his lender approved costs for $10,000, which means he needed to bring less to the table. So when he showed up at closing, he only really probably needed to bring his down payment, and that was just about it in order to purchase that home. And he basically financed that additional $10,000 on the purchase price towards with whatever interest rate that he had. So if your client or if you yourself are cash strapped and you don't necessarily have a ton of down payment, but you can meet your monthlies, that's one strategy that makes sense, right? So you just go up and above. Now you do need to appraise, but you go up and above the list price and you add whatever amount you need in concessions. And concessions again is contribution towards lender approved costs that you would have otherwise had to come out of pocket at closing with.
There.
So just remember, if you're in the home buying market and you don't necessarily have a ton in the bank, but you do have enough where you can afford the monthly payment and you have enough to put something down, you can leverage concessions as a way to get into the house for cheap, and you're just going to pay a little bit slightly more on your monthly payment. Remember, every $10,000 is roughly $45 to $50 more in a month per payment. So he's essentially going to pay an extra anywhere from 45 to 50 depending on the interest rate towards his payment every single month, but he didn't need to come out of pocket that $10,000. So appreciate it.